Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari Gopi Jana Vallabha Girivaradhari Jai Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari Gopi Jana Vallabha Girivaradhari Yashodanandana Vraja Janaranjana Yamuna Tiravanachari 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 Jai Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari Gopi Jana Vallabha Hare Hare Rama Hare Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Shri Harinam Sankirtan ki jai. Om Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. 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 Narayanam Namaskritya Naram Chaiva Narottamam Devim Saraswatim Vyasam Tato Jayam Dhirahe Nashtaprayeshu Bhadreshu Nityam Bhagavata Sevaya Bhagavati Ruttama Shloke Bhaktir Bhavati Naishtaki. Bye-bye. We are reading from Srimad Bhagavatam, Canto 5, Chapter 14, The Forest of Enjoyment, Shloka number 26. Kvachinmito vyavaharan, sorry, this is prose. Kvachinmito vyavaharan yat kinchit dharma anebhyo va kanika matram api apaharan yat kinchit va vidvesham iti vitta shatyat. What word meaning? Kvachit, sometimes, mitaha, with one another, vyavaharan, trading, yat kinchit, whatever little bit, dhanam, money, anebhyaha, from others, va, or, kanika matram, a very small amount, 20 kauris. Okay, api, certainly, apaharan, taking away by cheating, yat kinchit, whatever small amount, va, or, vidvesham, vidveshameti, creates enmity with the shatyat, because of cheating. Translation and purport by His Divine Grace A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Maharaj Srila Prabhupada, Jai Srila Prabhupada. As far as transaction with money are concerned, if one person cheats another by a farthing or less, they become enemies. Purport. This is called samsara davanala. Even in ordinary transaction between two people, there is invariably cheating because the conditioned soul is defective in four ways. He is illusioned, he commits mistakes, his knowledge is imperfect, and he has a propensity to cheat. Unless one is liberated from material conditioning, these four defects must be there. Consequently, every man has a cheating propensity which is employed in business or money transactions. Although two friends may be living peacefully together, due to their uh, propensity to cheat, they become enemies when there is a transaction between them. A philosopher accuses an economist of being a cheater, and an economist may accuse a philosopher of being cheater when he comes in contact with money. In any case, this is the condition of material life. One may profess a high philosophy, but when one is in need of money, he becomes a cheater. In this material world, so called scientists, philosophers, and economists are nothing but cheaters in one way or another. The scientists are cheaters because they present so many bogus things in the name of science. They propose going to the moon, but actually they end up cheating the entire public of large sums of money for their experiments. They cannot do anything useful. Unless one can find a person transcendental to the four basic defects, one should not accept the advice and become a victim of the material condition. The best process is to take the advice and instruction of Krishna, of Sri Krishna or his bona fide representative. In this way, one can be happy in this life and the next. Om Ajnanatimirandasya Jnananjana Shalakaya Chakshurunmilitam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha Shri Chaitanya Manobhishtam Sthapitam Yena Bhutale Swayam Rupaha Kadamahyam Dadati Swapadantikam Vandeham Shri Guraho Shri Yuta Padakamalam Shri Gurun Vaishnavamscha Shri Rupam Sagrajatam Sahagana Raghunathanvitam Tam Sajivam Sadvaitam Savadutam Parijana Sahitam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Shri Radha Krishna Padan Sahagana Lalita Shri Vishakhanvitamscha Namo Vishnu Padaya Krishna Prishtaya Bhutale Srimate Bhakti Vedanta Swaminiti Namine Namaste Saraswate Deve Gauravani Pracharine Nirvisesha Shunyavadi Paschat Deshakarine वाञ्छाकल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपा सिन्धुभ्य एव च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः। नमो महावदन्याय कृष्णप्रेमप्रदायते कृष्णाय कृष्णचैतन्यनाम्ने गौरत्विषे नमः। हे कृष्णकरुणा सिन्धु दीनबन्धो जगत्पते गोपेश गोपिका कान्त राधाकान्त नमोऽस्तुते। तप्त कांचन गौरांगी राधे वृंदावनेश्वरी वृषभानुसुते देवी प्रणमामि हरिप्रिये। जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौर भक्त वृंद। हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे। Hare Krishna. So it's, I think Krishna also knows what's happening. So he's telling cheating of money, things like that. So Bhagavatam is not different from Krishna. And last few days, no, I think cheating of money only is going on. The context. Anyways, so here it is talking about cheating between two people. And then here it is mentioned, as far as transaction with money are concerned, if one person cheats another, by a farthing or less, even a small this one, so they become enemies. And then so in this material world, like everyone is trained right from the beginning, is to somehow or other you have to make your livelihood. So if you have to make your livelihood, so then you need to be smart not to earn money. So how do you earn money? So like by the way of keeping some profit in whatever things that you exchange. So and in one place, Prabhupada writes in Bhagavad Gita that if a shopkeeper says that you are my regular customer, I don't keep any profit for you. It is to be taken as plain lie. So nobody actually gives like that. So in this way we see that this is keeping a little bit of profit is not considered to be cheating, but then if it is too much of a profit, so then too much of this one, so then it is considered to be no cheating. And also like in the normal dealings also, like everywhere a living entity is trained from the beginning, what is in it for me, mujhe kya fayda milega. So that is the whole this one that is there. So and this is because everybody is looking for exploiting another for his own purpose. So there is constant this one is there, like everyone is also trained how not to get cheated, and everyone is also trained how to cheat others. So these two things are like constantly going on. So and it is here this particular angle has been focused upon, and Prabhupada is mentioning this is called samsara davanala. So there are many different kinds of flames in this, like forest fire of material existence, and this is one kind of a flame, that is the cheating propensity, right? And then Prabhupada is mentioning even in ordinary transaction between two people, there is invariably cheating, because the conditioned soul is defective in four ways. So he is illusioned, commits mistake, knowledge is imperfect, and propensity to cheat. You know the Sanskrit of these this ones? Okay, Brahma means? No. Pramada means? Ah. No, Karana आ गया. So it's clear. Senses. No, imperfect senses. Cheating propensity. Committing mistake is Brahma. Okay, so that is how the mapping is. So Brahma, Pramada, no, Vipralipsa and Karana Patava. So like, so these things are there. So in this we see that like the cheating propensity is being focused upon in this particular no particular purport. So unless one is liberated from material conditioning, these four defects must be there. This is we may be practicing Krishna consciousness, but these tendencies, definitely must be there. So it doesn't give a license that we can cheat. No, anyway, I am not liberated. No, बिचारा क्या करेगा? No, cheating ही तो करेगा. So we should not be like that. So what is a sadhana that we are practicing? When we are doing this thing, there is two things that we can observe. One is that our tendencies and another is that what is the thing that we are actually doing, right? So in this one, Vidwan Prabhu actually mentions this stages of advancement. So first, rock bottom is that a person is completely adharmic. No, he is averse to all rules and regulations. No, so then after that he comes to accepting certain rules and regulations, which are man-made. So then after that, he comes to the point of accepting God-made, rules and regulations. So then he comes to the fold of the Vedic, following the Vedic Dharma. So when he comes to the fold of following Vedic Dharma, the first is the Karma Yoga, right? So when he takes that, like when he's practicing that, externally he should not do any adharma, right? So that is the first, this one. But then in the first stage, he also has the tendency to think in adharmic way, or his consciousness, his thought process, still works in adharmic way. What if I tell a lie? No, I'm a dharmic person. No, I should not tell a lie. So on the activity plane, no, he is not doing adharma, but then still the mind is not a devotee. No, still the mind is not. No, still the mind is not a karma yogi. Still the mind is like another me. And so like, but then so externally he has brought in this one. No, he has got that much of what is it? The sanity that he is able to control his activities, but his natural thought process is still working on adharmic sense, right? So like, no, I'm doing everything dharmic, but then the thought of, no, what if I steal money? No, what if I, try to do this thing? So like, just before this class we were discussing, like this seems to be a good idea. Like it's all brahmacharis make a call center and then get more money for building temple. So that is like, it has this adharmic sense in this one, right? So it is not that it is not very good. It is not going to be very helpful in making advancement in Krishna consciousness, right? So we may give the example of Tirumanga Alvar, who what is that? Who stole money from, or he organized a band of dacoits, to steal, and then he built Srirangam temple. So like he's a great Alvar. So we call him as fundraising Alvar. So but then like that is not, for a sadhaka, that is not very much advised. Because we are not just executing the service of the Lord, we are also like trying to advance in the path of Krishna consciousness. And when this sense of adharma, or when the adharma is there in the consciousness, so then what happens? It doesn't allow us to fully focus on Krishna and think about Krishna. So now, somebody may do things. I was just having a wild thought just coming to my mind. So somebody may do things like dharmic way. So if he is asked, what is the truth about a particular matter, and if the truth is told, it is not going to, the situation is not going to be favorable for him. So now still he speaks a truth, saying that, okay, fine. I have, I'm following Krishna conscious path. So like I should not, do any adharma. So he is speaking truth. So what all different reasons could be there, for his speaking truth? What all different reasons can be there? I'll be caught later. Better I'll speak truth. That is this one. Then what else? If in future somebody may take note of this, and in my glorification session they'll glorify, he was in trouble. Though if he would have told lie, so then he would have been saved. But still, Prabhuji, had this one of telling the truth. So expecting a glorification in the future, and like speaking a truth. Then what else could be inspiration to tell truth? Huh? Lord will be pleased. So and this will pave my path, or this will open my path for Krishna consciousness, right? So we have this shloka, Esham tvantagatam papam jananam punyakarmana te dvanda moha nirmukta bhajante mam dridhavrata. So now if I no, just to set right the situation at this point in time, no, I'm just taking resort of an adharma. So that is going to result in sin, and that is going to stop my progress in Krishna consciousness. So now, like, what is that I'm thinking about is that if I'm fearing punishment later on, okay, so like my life should be in such a way that there should not be any problem. रुकावट नहीं होना चाहिए, no, it should go on peacefully. So like that is my key thing, that is my asset, no, that I'm worried about. Or if I'm thinking about like somebody will glorify me, so that is my asset, no, my asset is my ego or my this one reputation. So that is my asset, and just to keep that asset intact, no, I'm just ready to sacrifice my right now, like I may be defamed or something like that, or I may be caught. So like I'm ready to sacrifice all these things just to keep my long term fame, and then like this one, if a person is focused upon attaining Krishna, so he will be thinking that if there is anything going to obstruct that goal, obstruct me from attaining that particular goal. So we may be speaking about attaining Krishna and things like that and all. So but in the normal transactions, why do we do a particular action? If we analyze, we will clearly know what is our real asset. Now what do we actually try to protect, and this one and things like that. So in that way we see that like it is a very nice experiment we can actually do to ourselves. So when I'm doing following dharma, so what is the reason for which I am following? What is the reason for which I am doing various activities? So different moves, like I am speaking something or I am doing some action. So why I am doing that particular action? So if we carefully analyze, we will know that what is that I am attached to. So this helps us to understand which level of consciousness that we are in, and then we can pray to the Lord and we can work accordingly to overcome and go to the higher level of consciousness. And higher level of consciousness is simply blessings of Krishna. And we always discuss about this point that Krishna Surya Sama Maya Hai Andhakar. So like how much Krishna has risen in the heart, so that much of like advancement of consciousness will be there. So now if I may be attached to like my good reputation, or I may be attached to some particular material possession or something like that, so that shows that my level of consciousness is that. So that shows that this is Krishna for me, like this is what is Krishna, and this is what like I try to protect, and this one and things like that, secure and things like that, right? So we see where is our level of consciousness, how much our consciousness in the material plane or in the spiritual plane is very important to understand. Otherwise artificially we will think that little bit of some emotion comes in some during chanting or something like that, we think that we are very great devotee. So but all these things is possible for everybody, like everyone, like right from what is that, even sometimes sinful people also get some sometimes mood into emotions and things like that. So that we should not give so much of like what is that, so much of value to. Intermittent experience of transcendental realizations are not very great. So continuous realization, continuous maintenance of transcendental realization is something very important, right? So and also like where we are stuck at, that is also very important to see. So now we see that a person in the dharmic bracket, like he is not having he's having the adharmic thoughts, and the next level of advancement is he is not having any adharmic thoughts. He is natural and spontaneously doing dharmic activities. That's the next level of advancement. And next level of advancement is going to the level of jnana yoga. So like he may have renounced the this one dharmic what is that karma yoga, and then still he is having the attachment to what is that? He has renounced, like he's in a sannyas life and things like that, but still he is getting a thought of having a dharmic sense gratification. What was allowed in karma yoga. So then that is also very not very good for this person. right? So then after that, next level of advancement is he loses attachment to even dharmic sense gratification, right? So in this way, like it keeps going on. And then when a person comes to bhakti yoga, so bhakti yoga anybody can enroll to. So that is one difficulty. So like in bhakti yoga, like we'll have a shades of this one. He has taken up to bhakti yoga, and no, it is in this level. He is doing activities of bhakti yoga, and he's having sinful propensities. He's having propensities of like that. And then after that, like sometime we can say that if I'm doing my bhakti properly, so we can see the consciousness go through these different stratas. Now, where the consciousness is going through the strata of like having only dharmic sense gratificatory thoughts, and then even giving up that, and then coming to desires of liberation and things like that, and then giving up, and it goes to the this one of only aiming for the pleasure of Radha and Krishna. So in this way, we see that the consciousness evolves, and we can see that where is our actual consciousness is. So if we wrongly think that my consciousness is like in a nice good state, so then we are not actually working on elevating the consciousness. So but if we understand that our consciousness is anchored to something lower, so then we will actually work upon, we will actually feel bad about it and pray to the Lord and things like that. It is not possible to give up. It is not, this level of consciousness is not possible to give up, because it is the level of revelation of Krishna. So if the revelation is only so much that I am able to see matter as real, so then I cannot, I can read the theory, I can read Bhagavad Gita and things like that. Oh, this is wrong consciousness and all those things I can like theoretically understand, but practically I cannot come to an understanding. Practical understanding only comes by mercy of the Lord, right? So if the Lord bestows mercy upon us, so then the eyes get trained to see spiritual subjects. So then we will be able to see them. Then we will naturally be able to be in the spiritual level of consciousness. Otherwise, we will only be seeing material consciousness, or whichever, there is many shades of consciousness that we discussed. So in one of the levels, it will be there. And another shade of consciousness that we discuss upon is the consciousness of Annamaya, then Pranamaya, then Manomaya, and stuff like that. So this is also a development of consciousness, and we can see that it's revelation of Krishna. How much Krishna has revealed himself. To that extent, we will be able to like see certain things as important and certain things as not important, right? So here, this particular aspect of cheating propensity is there. So this propensity, till the time a person is liberated, so Prabhupada is writing here, this cheating propensity will be there. So this doesn't give us a license that we can cheat. The cheating propensity may come. So but then we should understand, okay, like I'm a devotee, I'm following certain rules and regulations, so I will not be able to do this thing. My mind may bring about ideas of cheating, so but then I should not execute them, right? So if I at all want to advance in Krishna consciousness, so the platform of execution, at least that much of sanity is needed. So if that sanity is not there, so then there is no point in calling oneself to be a practitioner of any of the yoga systems. So the dharmic person, the minimum expected thing from him is that at least physically, externally, he should be able to follow the dharmic rules and regulations. So like if the mind is still not conditioned to that, mind is still thinking in adharmic ways, but that is okay, that he can be taken as a sadhaka. So but then if he is not having control even to externally control things, so then he cannot be a sadhaka. He just have to be like, थोड़ा प्रसाद खिला के भेज देना चाहिए उसको. So like when you are capable of controlling yourself externally, so that time you can be enrolled as a sadhaka, right? So and here it is mentioned that although two friends may be living peacefully together, due to their propensity to cheat, they become enemies when there is a transaction between them. A philosopher accuses an economist of being cheater, and an economist accuses a philosopher of being cheater. Like, this is what happens. Like, what is that? Even all the modern people, they are their solace is that you see, like, when I was about to join full time, so that time also my relatives are telling, see, recently I got some news, in the this one that some sadhu was caught, like doing some what is it, illegal stuff and stuff like that. So no, this is not a very good area, that very good profession that you have taken to become a sadhu. So things like that, so they think that, so it is, that is such a filthy profession, so many people are getting into so much of scam and things like that and all. So at least I am an like, what is that, I'm a employee of a bank and things like that, so I'm nice, well situated in my this one. So you should not get into that kind of profession. So this is also there, that like, just to make their status proper, they just try to say bad about everybody, everywhere. If you want to see bad, everywhere there is bad. So there is no place is good. So but then we should see amongst that, like the purity has to be maintained in the practice. So especially for the devotees, even when Bhakti Maharaj came, like he also mentioned about this particular thing. So like, we want to do spiritual activities, but to do spiritual activities we need money at every level. We collect donations and we spend and things like that. So but if we don't keep the accounts proper, so then anybody can just raise a finger upon us, saying that no, these people you see, like these sadhus, they are not doing things properly in the name of no Krishna consciousness or spirituality and things like that. So they are cheating. So actually a devotee may not have cheated, so he just did not account the money properly, right? So but then it can very well be like made a big black mark on the devotee. So that is why whenever a material thing is being dealt with, it has to be dealt with lot of system, lot of care and lot of system. So because no material thing is a double-edged sword, so you can use it in Krishna's service, and it can also like backfire upon us, so that is why matter, as much as possible, we should have less association with matter. And even if we have some association, that should be with lot of system, and whatever the legal systems are there, that must be followed nicely. So otherwise anytime it can actually backfire. So I just remember of one this Avadut Brahman, he actually gets this 24 different gurus. So in that, one of the gurus is there is like a small bird, like he is he just got a little bit of food, a meat piece in his mouth, and then other big birds like hawks and eagles and all, so they are searching for food. And they have they have a very special this one, from the long distance also they can see their prey. And they got an idea, okay, like here is a food piece, and sometimes just to take the food out of a small bird, they will even kill the small bird. That is how these people are. So we have seen in our terrace also, sometimes we have seen that sometimes if a bird is very weak and it is just taking shelter of some safe place, so then another healthy bird will come and it will eat off its head. It's still living and it's still like struggling to live, and it just comes and like kills that bird and eats. So that's how these people are. They are very this one. And this small bird, out of fear, it just left the meat piece. And then these big birds came and they started fighting upon the meat, and the small bird, like he got escaped. So in this way, this is actually a very important this one. Till the time we hold upon matter, it is always dangerous. Matter always is like very, very dangerous. So as much as needed for Krishna's service, we should use, and that also with lot of systems and lot of legal compliances and things like that. Whatever is needed, so that must be followed. Otherwise it's going to be a problem, right? So we are dealing. It is what is it? It is definitely Krishna's service, but still, we are dealing with matter. It should be dealt with utmost care. And in any case, this is the condition of material life. One may profess a high philosophy, but when one is in need of money, he may become a cheater. In the material world, so-called scientists, philosophers, and economists are nothing but cheaters in one way or another. Okay, so in this connection, I remember of one case where one devotee was cheated, by another devotee. So like he was, made to invest in some business and things like that and all. And it started off with a good intention. So, but then the business did not take off. And then the other person told, like, no, he did not give any good this one. And he was he used his spiritual position to subjugate him, and then accept all the laws upon him and things like that and all. So this became a very difficult this one. So the devotee who got cheated, somehow he continued on devotion. So he understood, okay, like Prabhupada's philosophy is nice and things like that. So this person was his mentor, who cheated him. So like and I'm just telling that because in the last there is another very important catch is there. So like and then but then this cheated person's family became completely anti to Krishna consciousness. So this is the effect that actually happens, that sometimes the devotee himself becomes he becomes anti because he got cheated. And sometimes they may be like, okay, they may understand the philosophy on, okay, this person is a cheater, but then the philosophy that he taught me, so that is okay, like the books are there and other devotees are there, and they may continue Krishna consciousness, but then people connected to them, so like it becomes such a big anti preaching, right? So we should see that if we have committed a mistake, we should accept that we have committed a mistake, and that will actually bring about so much of goodwill, rather than just to cover up my mistake, I do some cheating. So that is like a hindrance to my own Krishna consciousness, because I have accumulated sin, and it is going to make my path back to Krishna very difficult. So in this way, like we should see that these kind of stuff should be avoided. And I'm just jumping on to last section, so it's in connection to this. It says that unless one finds a person transcendental to 4 basic defects, one should not accept advice and become a victim of material condition. The best process is to take advice on instruction of Sri Krishna or his bona fide representative. In this way, one can be happy in this life and in the next. So, using advantage of this particular statement, so many times the so-called mentors or Siksha Gurus, they say that, like, you should ask me before investing money anywhere. If there is any legal problem is there, you should ask me. If there is any medical problem is there, you should ask me. And this guy is having some medical problem, and he goes to a doctor, and this guy is like, the mentor is not a medical professional, and he directs which medicine to take, and which treatment to take and which treatment not to take. And this is like a life threat not to the counselee actually. So it should be seen that proper proper area experts must be consulted, and then the effect must be analyzed. Okay, amongst them whom to choose, there may be some guidance and things like that and all can be there, but one should not get involved in legal matters or health matters and other matters, which a spiritual mentor may not be like very much accustomed to, or very much expert in those areas, and thinking that I am beyond 4 defects because I am chanting 16 rounds. So like this is like very wrong, this one. Actually speaking, like this beyond 4 defects means liberated person. So ordinary mentors and like this word of Siksha Guru is not to be taken very lightly. So ordinary mentors and counselors, they are not beyond the 4 defects. That should be taken. So they should also consult properly what needs to be done, right? So, and we should not discount that, okay, these lawyers and doctors and all these people, they are within 4 defects. Kuch prescription dega and follow karenge. So like that also should not be there. So like we should take appropriate this ones from reasonable people from this world as well, right? So it is not that any advice at all we should take. We should. It is not that if you are going in the street looking for some address or something like that, we should not ask anybody, oh, these people are within the 4 defects, and why should I take any advice from them? So we should not be like that. So it is in the matters of very great importance, one should take advice from spiritual people, like spiritual mentors who are at least trying to come above the 4 defects. And no, every time like we have no better and better people like who have conquered these four defects. No, it is not that somebody who has conquered it fully. No, maybe like very rare, but at least we have no people who are conquered it no better than us. No, so we should actually try to approach them, and we should try to take no some advice from them and things like that. Right, so this otherwise it becomes a cheating propensity. No, it becomes like we just cheat people, no, saying that no, we are no fully freed from four defects, and no, our advice is completely perfect. You take our advice, no, like life में खुश रहेंगे, no. So then when he gets into trouble, he'll put us also in trouble. So one time such a trouble happened that. What is that one devotee, no, he took a call that no, for you this is the right match and you should get married to this girl only, and he got married. And then after that the marriage life was very troublesome, and then he came back and he started accusing this devotee, Prabhuji, like, no, aapne bataya tha, and then I just simply followed, just like Prabhupada, like Prabhupada disciples followed Prabhupada, I followed you. And you put me in ditch. And things like that. So we should not imitate such things, no, which a person. And we should also not have such kind of this one that I am free from four defects and my advice is like perfect and things like that. So we should see that, no, like I am to certain extent, no, I am a sincere sadhaka. I am trying to overcome these four defects, and I am certain extent I have been able to successful in overcoming these four defects. And to that extent, no, I will genuinely pray to the Lord, pray to the spiritual master, and try to guide people. And then so there can always be a better solution, no, that is there. So, but whatever in this position, no, I am able to best think of, no, in sincere prayers. So I should try to advise, and then I should try to see that. Not that this is like ultimate and things like that and all. So if we are completely liberated, so then we can have that kind of solid this one. And then so like here also Prabhupada is mentioning about how the scientists are as a cheaters. They present so many bogus philosophies and things like that. And these days though, like it is, science is taken into the hands of big materialists, like who are just that whatever products they bring about, just to make that sales of those products, the science brings about some nice conclusions. Oh, this is the most healthiest product, so, and this is the this kind of, this one is the most healthiest, this one, and suddenly a product comes, see, like the latest scientific conclusions are there, we have come up a product, with that kind of conclusions. It is like all already hand in gloves, they have all made made some ideas, so like some MBA has made some idea and scientists brought about some conclusion, and a marketing person has an industry has brought about a product according to that, and they make the market, they make the findings and everything. So it is in this way, like it is very dangerous. The big machinery is working to cheat the people in this world. And they propose to going to moon. So like if they have at all gone to moon at that point in time, like abhi tak kuch news hi nahi aaya, uske baad kabhi nahi gaya. So like anybody, so if at all really it would have happened, all our real estate agents will be sitting over there, so either Bangalore and all, like it has become very old, we'll open a new market. There is acres and acres of land is there, like we can mark and we can sell. Right, so that is not happening. So that much of this one is not there. Matlab, it is just a cheating. So, and then so they cannot do anything useful unless one find a person transcendental to the four defects. So then until unless he finds like that, one should not accept such kind of advices. So one should take advice and instructions from Krishna or his bona fide representative. In this way one can become happy in this life and in the next. So for this reason, this text of Srimad Bhagavatam and Bhagavad Gita must be distributed, because it is Krishna's own words, and the pure devotees who are free from defects, their words, and Srila Prabhupada's commentaries and Acharya's commentaries are present in this. So this is like ultimate instruction for anybody. So anyone can simply close his eyes and follow the instructions given in like such scriptures. So we should take advantage of this transcendental Vani, and we should also distribute this. And every night I am trying to read from this book called that our family business. No, so in that yesterday, I was reading Vaisheshika was mentioning. So Yuga Dharma is mentioned like in the this one Satya Yuga it is meditation, and then Treta Yuga it's Yajna, and then in the Dwapar Yuga it is temple worship, and in Kali Yuga Sankirtan. So just like chanting the names of the Lord, so it is also a prescribed duty, of the living entity in Kali Yuga, that he should distribute books. So like if he does that, it is as good as in the past, like people putting ahuti into the fire, or worshipping elaborate temple worship. So in that way, like this is so this one it is like nitya karma, no one has to do, like one has to distribute Srila Prabhupada's books, and that is so very purifying, and so very like powerful in taking us close to Krishna. So I'm taking us like nicely in the raga marga, raga bhakti. So this is some of these things I actually noted. And one thing, there is a nice shloka that is there of in the again in the Avadut Brahmins. This one I was just like going through. Um, Thus, when one's consciousness is completely fixed on the absolute truth, the personality of Godhead, one no longer sees duality or internal or and external realities. The example is given of the arrow maker who was so absorbed in making a straight arrow, and he did not even see or notice the king himself who was passing right next to him. It is understood that when a king moves on a public street, he is heralded by kettle drums and other musical instruments, and is accompanied by soldiers and other members of his retinue. Thus, despite his royal extravagance passing right by his workshop, the arrow maker did not even notice, because he was completely absorbed in the prescribed duty of making an arrow straight and sharp. One who is completely absorbed in loving devotional service to the absolute truth, Sri Krishna, no longer pays attention to material illusion. So here in our case, it is cheating, cheating propensity. In this verse, the word bahihi, external, refers to the innumerable objects of material sense gratification, such as food, food, drink, sex, and so on, which drags the senses of the conditioned soul into material duality. The word antaram, or internal, refers to memory of previous sense gratification or hopes and dreams for future materialistic situation. One who is seeing everywhere the absolute truth, Sri Krishna, categorically rejects both internal and external illusion. This is called Mukti Pada, or the status of liberation. So now this we discussed that externally we have become devotee. No, we are not doing any adharmic activities. So we are not doing any actions of sense gratification. But internally, no, this thing is there. So if internal also is purified, and internal also is as good as external, like only thinking of service of Lord and only thinking of pleasure of the Lord, so that is actually technically called mukti, liberation. So like perfect liberation has happened. So first is the when the admission happens, it is externally, like we should not be doing any of this nonsensical activities, and then the perfection is that internally also whatever we are doing externally, that we should do internally as well. So that is perfection. So on this platform, there is neither attraction nor aversion to sense objects. Rather, there is loving absorption in the absolute truth, Krishna, and an overwhelming desire to please him by devotional service. One who gives up the reality of Krishna will be forced to wander uselessly in the kingdom of mental speculation. One who cannot see that absolute truth, Lord Krishna, is the background and basis of everything that exists, will be bewildered by the false concept that there is something that is not Krishna. Everything emanates from the Lord, and He is the Lord of everything. This simple understanding is actual existential situation. So, like this is how much of clarity, like of Krishna's revelation has come. How much we are able to understand everything that is connected, everything that exists is connected to Krishna, and so this understanding, the natural understanding, shows that Krishna's mercy upon the living entity, and like he's able to see things on spiritual perspective, and he's able to feel, and think, feel, and will, on the spiritual platform. So, but otherwise, if the mercy of the Lord is hampered, so then we will be able to see material things. We will not be able to get taste in spiritual subjects, and then we will be able to pulled by the mind and this one on the material platform, right? So and also one thing, for sincere practitioners, is that sometimes the mercy of the Lord will manifest and sometimes it will not manifest, and we should not be like so much this one carried away by one day's mercy of the Lord, so or one moment's mercy of the Lord, or one chanting session mercy of the Lord. So we should see that we are able to maintain that over a period of time. So the Lord sometimes bestows mercy and sometimes takes it off. And then that, like yesterday I was able to see things in spiritual perspective, and today I'm just seeing matter. So I'm not able to see things in spiritual perspective. I'm not able to get taste while chanting the names of the Lord. So like all these things happens, up and down it happens. The Lord can sometimes enable and sometimes disable. So this button is there with the Lord. He keeps playing with that button. Sometimes we just sit and chant and struggle, and then we ask, my Lord, I've done everything whatever you told. Why are you not giving me any sense of connect to you? So but then Lord says, no, it is my prerogative. I'm completely free to do whatever I want. Today I want to disable, I disabled. So, and then a devotee, he actually understands. So this many philosophical understand and actually comes when he gets some nice exposure of Krishna consciousness. It's like sometimes he may say, okay, fine, I was humble, and I did prayers, I did so and so things, and then like I got mercy of Krishna. And then next day Krishna disables, and then he is offering prayers, and he is like expressing his humility. Everything is there, but still it is not there. So then philosophically a devotee understands, this is completely upon Krishna to bestow. This is costless mercy. It is not because it's definitely humility is one of the driving force. Without humility you will not get this mercy. But with humility also you may not get mercy. So so Krishna wants to philosophically establish, prove and clarify the subject matter, to the devotee, that it is completely upon my prerogative. Whenever I give, you will get it. So then a devotee becomes really dependent upon the Lord. That is the most important thing. So he becomes dependent upon the Lord, to get the mercy of the Lord. And he may do all that is necessary, all that is prescribed for him to do. Like, he may crush his pride, and he may practice humility, and various things that he may do. But finally he will understand, he will pray to the Lord, I'm doing all these things just because you have told, and just because it is favorable. But I know because of all these things I'm not going to get any mercy. It is only because of you. If you are pleased, if you are pleased to bestow mercy upon me, so then I'll be like very grateful. Right? So the real gratitude to the Lord actually arises, and then he naturally, he becomes an object of mercy of the Lord. Right? So he is bestowed upon by the mercy of the Lord. So with this I pause. Any questions or comments you can take? Yes,
thank you very much for explaining so wonderfully. All these are very important verses, sadhakas. So one point that you made was one is able to externally control, then we can call him a sadhaka. But the past vasana sometimes might force a person, he might slip also. So I'm not sure which stage that devotee will come in, but still he'll be part of the thing.
Yeah.
Sadhana.
Accidental, this ones are okay, but he's not able to do that at all. Especially I'm talking about admittance into ashram and things like that and all. So at least the external, this one should be, you should be confident of making the externals like proper and things like that. So
Otherwise, when outsiders they do, well, they be still considered as mighty sadhaka.
no, the sadhana, the pure sadhana path, starts when he at least blocks the external this one. He should take um, one of the versions of the bhakti yoga, either gunibhuta or pradhanibhuta, minimized or maximized. So, and he should be able to do that throughout. So then only like he becomes a proper sadhaka. Like recently in our Bhakti Shastri also, like Prabhupada in one place nicely mentions that abhyasa and vairagya. So sadhaka means, definition of sadhaka means like he does abhyasa and then he also does vairagya. So like these two things are there, and that is when he makes proper progress in his sadhana. So otherwise, like he will be struggling and struggling and struggling, like he will not make any progress over there. So he may be called as a sadhaka, but then it's like non-functional sadhaka, something like that, where his sadhana is not producing any tangible result, because of sometimes he willfully, what is that, engages in the prohibited activities. So then it becomes a hindrance, in the this one, and the past samskaras pulling, and he's made to do. If it is like so much in this one, then we should see that we should pray to the Lord, and we should see if the sincere prayer is there. Like definitely, the bhakti process is so powerful. It will take the person out of it, out of the problem. If still not happening, then that means somewhere some problem is there. Like we cannot accuse the bhakti process. So like somewhere some problem is there, either offenses or like willfully trying to do it, not accidental fall, it's a willful fall, and things like that. So something of that nature must be there. We should see that. So, any other points? Okay, so we will share.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji. So many points, and I have noted down. So one of the point which I would like to share is, in our normal dealings, when we analyze our intention while doing some action, and when we find out why we are doing it, we'll understand what we are attached to. So that is actually our real asset. So if I'm attached to my position, that's my asset. If I'm attached to Krishna, then I'll be doing it for him. So Krishna is my real asset. So by analyzing this, we have to make sure that Krishna becomes the asset and not anything else. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji. Thank you for this nice class. So many points you mentioned. So one point I'm taking myself is, as you told, this matter is always dangerous. So as much as needed in the service of the Lord, should be used properly under the guidance, legalities, all the things, or else it will succumb the one. And last point which you mentioned, that should be complete depend on the Lord. Sometimes Lord will reveal himself, sometimes he will not. But I should completely depend. It's, oh Lord, it's up to you whether to reveal or not. But I have to continue my practice and ask for the mercy of the Lord. Thank you, Guruji. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji, this point you mentioned that intermittent emotions while chanting and things like that, we should not give much importance. We should make sure that we are consistently having that emotions or spiritual things like that, and we have to come to that stage, like at least externally we should give up all the things, and only then we'll be called as a sadhaka.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji. Till the time we hold matter, it is dangerous. We should deal it with utmost care. So, how much clarity came, how much we have realized about Krishna is the mercy of the Lord. If the Lord bestows mercy upon us, we will be able to realize Bhagavad Gita. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji. Thank you for the nice class. So as you mentioned that we should, as much as needed for Krishna's service, we should take facilities and should use it properly and leave the rest. And secondly, you mentioned that no one should feel that he is above the four defects. So we should guide accordingly as much as we are realized. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji, thank you for nice class. So you mentioned that we should always do things systematically, and we should understand our consciousness is hankering for lower things. Then we can pray to the Lord, and you know, one who completely absorbed in Krishna consciousness, he will not see the material things. Hare Krishna.
It's one practical wisdom as brahmacharis. Wherever we go, like we will get some dakshinas and things like that. Over a period of time, all of you will get. So that time, if we directly use, so then that is going to already we are struggling with our own anarthas. So we will borrow the donors anarthas also into the system. So if we put it in the system, of we offer it to Krishna, and then from Krishna, if we take, so then that is Krishna's prasad, and we should take it and use it like that. So then it is very safe, no? So that is why it is still the money, if the money is coming from a wrong source, still it will have no lot of impact on us. So that is why even donations also, if it is got from a dharmic source, then it is very nice. So but then still this is one more layer of security. So we put it in the hundi and then account it properly and then use it. Then it is it is as good as offering to Krishna and taking prasad from Krishna. Otherwise it will be boga and it will create problem.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji. This one point is I directly accepted Bhakti Yoga, but still a dharmic propensity is there. So for that I should pray to Lord and depend on Lord. And if that mercy of the Lord is hampered, then also that material desire and adharmic propensities come. So and mercy of the Lord is uh, like is not depend on my endeavor and is like, so it's totally depend on Lord, when you want to switch on and switch off. But I should continue my regulative principle, what is prescribed to me, and pray to Lord and dependency. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji, thank you very much for this nice class. So we saw that how this for only small amount of money people cheat each other and then become enemies. So this cheating propensity is there in everyone until and unless one becomes liberated. But that does not give one the license that I am not liberated, so I shouldn't go on cheating. At least externally we should avoid these adharmic activities, specifically because it will obstruct our bhakti. And then you mentioned that sloka yesham tvantagatam papam, that until and unless we are freed of all sinful reactions, we won't have that dridhavrata in bhakti, and these adharmic activities will definitely block our bhakti and our progress, so we should be careful of that. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, bro. So you mentioned that is always dangerous to deal with matter. So we should deal with as less as possible, and whenever we approach, we should approach with rules and regulations. And when our internal consciousness matches with our external activities, so that time liberation is there. And our advancement is as much as we see things in relation to Krishna. So that vision, that much is our advance. That much Krishna has revealed us in relation to him. And this one question I had is, the worshippers of demigods, they may say that when we worship our object of worship, so it is guaranteed that we'll get the results. So how should we feel confident that Krishna will be merciful and he'll show what we are aiming for?
Yeah. So the faith that the Lord will give delayed mercy, that is this one over here. So the delayed mercy is there. So that is the kind of faith that person is having. So now if a person is adharmic, he will not even have faith that if I do demigod worship, I will get result. Even more than that, I just snatch somebody's packet, I'm immediately getting result. And that is more tangible than worshipping demigod and tomorrow he will give me something and things like that and all, right? So even a dharmic demigod worshipper, proper demigod worshipper, not demoniac demigod worshipper, he is also expecting result only in the next lifetime. Only demoniac demigod worshippers, they expect lifetime in the same, result in the same lifetime. And then what is it? These people, what is it? Sinful people, they just expect result immediately. Like I just, I'm used to, pickpocketing, and immediately I get money. We are telling like worship a demigod, and then like, later on he will give and things like that and all. It's like, too slow a process and things like that. So, but then in comparison to that, like a person in track 3, for him it is like quite fast result actually he gets. Much faster than demigod worship he gets result actually. So in that way we see that this faith also, like faith in these aspects, also is like a very important thing. That is also a result of the previous mercy of the Lord, or a previous advancement that he has made. So if he has made sufficient advancement, so then he will get faith in pure devotional service. Faith in the process of pure devotional service, the results of pure devotional service, faith in Krishna and things like that. So that also is like our current faith. Where is our current faith? That is also an important thing to see. So it is a thing that has brought about to a particular shape because of the past, my past sinful activities, pious activities, or devotional activities, and all of them has like influenced me to have a particular kind of a faith. If a person, if we see that if he is faithless, so then we should not. There are certain things are there. If there is a faith, then you can do certain kind of preaching. If there is no faith, then you cannot do a certain kind of preaching. So like you cannot talk about the glories of the holy name and things like that to a person who is not having faith. So if he's not having faith, then we can engage with him in the process of no, why don't you believe in reincarnation? Why don't you believe in various this ones and things like that? So that is a thing that he can comprehend about, and in that way he is getting a minute dosage of Krishna consciousness, and then he also gets a strong dosage of Krishna consciousness, because in these discussions, when he comes to discuss all these subject matters, he is also hearing the Hare Krishna mantra. He is also tasting the Mahaprasad. Now this is all like little more higher dosage of Krishna consciousness that he gets, and with all these things his faith may evolve. And also association with devotee, like he may be discussing subject matter which is of which is of not that high class Krishna consciousness. So he's analyzing certain material subjects, but then his association with a person who is of very good faith, so that actually influences him. So all these things put together, like his faith evolves, and then after some time, he'll be able to accept results, which is coming out of devotional service also. If by associating, what is the point of hankering? Yeah, see, there is a initial faith to come. So there are every level of faith has its own prerequisites. So for initial faith to bring about, even up till liberation, we can do things mechanically. Yesterday I was just hearing about one thing in one of the Puranas. It is mentioned a bird circumambulated a Lord's temple, and then he got liberated. And he didn't do it with hankering, or he didn't do it with desire to advance or something like that. He just did an activity of bhakti yoga, circumambulating the Lord or Lord's temple, and he got liberated. It's like, and we know of in the Kartik month, we tell this one, like the rat ate this one ghee wick, and then it was still burning, and then he was jumping, and it became like an arati, and he got liberated. So activities of devotional service itself are also very potent enough. So but then if somebody wants to achieve that highest perfection, prema in a highest level, so then there are certain other components are also very essential, like intense hankering, to attain, this is also very essential. So otherwise we will not be able to achieve that status. Every level of faith, initial faith, for that, even mere activities or mere giving lift to a devotee or something like that, so even that kind of this ones can actually produce faith in the process of devotional service. So but then to get faith in, this is faith in pure sadhana bhakti, to get faith in pure bhava bhakti, it is it is more. To get faith in pure prema bhakti, it's still more demanding. No, so that demands are all added later on. Like that. So to get faith in sadhana bhakti, Krishna has like opened the market, like heavy market is there. By mistake also you will get that. But later on, like even with consciousness, no, we have to be like very diligent, and not to commit any offenses and maintaining a strong mood. All the six sanghas of Sharanagati has to be properly put into place. So that is when it will function. No. In this one, in initial this one, even without that, it functions. No, but actions, the activities of the elements of devotional service itself is very powerful. That. Okay. Tantra Srimad Bhagavatam ki jai, Gaur Bhaktavinda ki jai, Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Krishna.